Okay, here's a look at the E-mini S&P for Monday, April the 25th, 2011. Well, we had a pretty quiet day today. The range was only 6.75 points, which is basically what we had. This is Friday's profile here. You can see the high and low there on Friday. And then this is today's profile, and you can see the high and low here. So it's about the same range. Overnight, the market basically consolidated here, and then opened just basically where it had been consolidating. Tried to rally early in the day and then sold off. It did get down to, I think it was 27.25, and then turned around and had a bit of a move higher. Certainly not a big one, but did move. I think it was about 5 points off of the low. So I think this up auction is still intact. And today was just sort of a pause, if you will, in the up move. It could certainly come back down though, and test on those lower prices, and we would take a look at the next support probably in the 33 area, and then the next major support not really until about 23. 38 is still the objective on the upside, and if it can hold above 30, I'm sorry, I said 33 was support. The support is actually around 26, 27, and then to 23. If it can hold above 33, that would be a bullish thing, and then we would expect at least 38 to see that tested. So those are sort of the parameters we're looking at this point in time. Here's the market profiles of just the regular trading hours. The other one, of course, included the Globex. You can see, by the way, I don't know if did I forget to mention that, but this is the Globex. This is the overnight session here. Here's the other overnight session. So this is the day of trading. What I'm really trying to compare here is what the market did on Friday, and then what it did today. And obviously you can see it. It tried to sell off, didn't do a very good job at it. So it wouldn't be surprising if this market rallies a bit and need to test that 38 area. Here is our software. So you can see that we had two short trades here, and we had two long trades, and that was it for today. Our first short trade was entered right here. The second short trade was entered right here. So the down arrows that you see right here point to, in this case, that dashed red line, and this down arrow here points to that little dash line. You can barely see it on the chart, but that was the entry price right there. So it worked out pretty good. We got hit our first two objectives, and then a full point on the final partial. So it was a nice trade. I think it was about a $200 trade all told. It was about 4 points for combined when trading 4 contracts on that particular trade. The next trade that we got or tried to get into was right here. We got the up signal there. It was in a down or red filter, but this type of rejection is fairly important, and we actually did try and get long here, even though it was in the red filter at that time. By the time this trade came along, we had come into the neutral filter, and of course our intraday was up. So the kind of failure that we had down in here really made taking this trade sort of a no-brainer. It was certainly something that we wanted to do. And as you can see, we got filled nicely right here. Just only dipped one tick below our entry, and eventually worked its way up to a little over 2 points on that trade maximum. We ended up with 1.25 points on the final partial on that trade. So actually, considering today was such a quiet day, we had a pretty successful day, because when you take a look at it, we had two trades that each made at least a point on the final partial. So that's 4 points on one and 4.25 on the other. This last trade I'm just showing you right here, 17 ticks on that all told. So we actually ended up with a little over $400 day. So that's pretty good considering how quiet the market was. This particular trade here, just to make sure we're on the same page, it was filled short here, but we exited, actually made a tick on it. It was basically a scratch trade in here. We were going against the grain on this kind of rejection, which is a specific type of rejection that we like to jump on board, especially within the context of the intraday up. So that worked out pretty nicely. So all told, it was pretty nice to have 3 trades. One was a break even, and the other 2 had pretty nice profits on them, considering the day was such a quiet day. At any rate, that'll be it for today, and we hope that tomorrow, for those of you who are able to make it, to join us for our webinar. And if by chance you're not able to make it, we will be making a recording of it. But do try and make it. We hope to have some really good information there for you. So look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, any other questions, just contact us at info@eminidaytrader.com. And we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So thanks for taking the time to view this webinar, and we'll talk to you really soon.